Okay, so in Criterion 1, then one of the most important pieces of research you're going to do is the product analysis or the disassembly, and that's where you look at a range of products in detail to understand how they've been made, what materials have been used, etc., so that you can learn from those products to help with the development of your own product. Okay. So disassembly or product analysis. So by looking at products that have been designed and made by others, you can understand what materials have been used and try to understand why those materials have been used. You can learn from what methods have been used to construct the product. You can understand the measures, the weights, or calculate volumes of storage that the product may have, so that you can replicate or improve upon the existing product. And everything, all of the analysis and the synthesis that you do throughout the product analysis and disassembly, you can use to help develop your own product and make it far better than the existing ones that are on the market. Okay, so primary or secondary then. Obviously primary research is stuff that you carry out yourself in person, and secondary research is information that you might gather from other sources. And both of these are relevant with the product analysis. Okay. So you get the most amount of marks for primary research in your project. However, in this context, secondary research also has a role to play. So with secondary research, you'll get the opportunity to see breadth of information. So what you might do is go onto the internet and look for 3 or 4 products similar to the one that you would like to make and analyse those. Okay, now because you're looking on the internet, you're going to have access to far more products than you might have at home. Okay, so that gives you the opportunity to find the breadth of information. With primary research, if you're looking at a product from home or one that you found in a shop, for example, you might not have the breadth of products to choose from, but you can certainly look in depth. Okay, so with a range of primary and secondary research, you can get both amount of marks. Okay. So what do you need to do first then? Okay, so the first thing I would do, I think, would be the secondary research. So looking on the internet for a few other products similar to the one that you would like to make. Okay, so what I would like you to do from the website is save the help sheet. I'll print it out if that helps, and have your textbook handy. Okay, this is fantastic, and it'll give you most of the information that you need. Okay, what you'll then need to do is select at least 3 products of a similar nature to the one that you're going to be designing and making in your project, and then using the help sheet, I would like you to analyse those products in order to gain information to help you later on. Okay, there are a number of headings there. We're going to use Access FM to help us. So aesthetics, cost, consumer, environment, ergonomics, size, sustainability, functional materials, and manufacture as a subheading, and then you're going to expand on those. The help sheet gives you some things to think about. Some of those headings are going to contain lots of information. Some of those headings are not going to contain very much information at all. It all depends on the project you're designing. Okay, so once you've done that, once you've looked at 3 secondary products, what I would like you to do is choose a product that you think has been particularly well designed and look at it in detail. So this is what you're going to find. This is where you're going to get the depth of information. Okay. What I'd like you to do, again using your help sheet, this is where you're going to get far more information. I'd like you to take photographs. So for example, if this was a children's store, for example, you take a photograph of the entire thing, and then you take photographs of details. So the joining mechanisms. You're going to take close-ups of any joints, close-ups of any important design features, and then you're going to use the help sheet to help you draw conclusions about that product that's going to help you later on. Okay, very, very important. Measure the product, measure the size, take the sizes, because later on in the project you're going to try to understand how big your project needs to be, and you're going to use the disassembly in order to help you get that information. Okay, this is an example layout, and in no means am I telling you this is exactly what your page needs to look like, but this is just an example. On this side you might have the secondary research, so images from the internet. The student was designing a chair, for example, so 3 really fantastic products here. Certainly won't have access to these at home. And then an analysis there. There doesn't look like a huge amount of information there, but certainly there are some points. And then on this side then is the primary analysis, and here you can see much more detailed photographs. So there's the overall product being used, that's a great example. The product itself not being used from a different angle, and then key joining details. And then the analysis there using the help sheet. And just down the bottom, this would be an example of really best practice. The students identified a conclusion plus some key points that are going to be useful later when writing a specification. Okay, so the task itself then. Start by writing an introduction, explain to the examiner why you think product analysis or disassembly is important to your project. Okay, select well-designed images from the internet, 3, possibly 4. Collect information about the product and present this. Analyse the information and provide the opinion on the strengths and weaknesses of the design, manufacture and materials, etc. using Access FM to help you. Carefully select a product from home or from a shop and analyse the product and take detailed photographs. Remember that the whole point of a product analysis or disassembly is to learn from an existing product so that you can use similar techniques later on. Okay, now you might not know exactly which joins have been used because there could be hidden details. You might not know exactly what materials have been used, but by using the help sheet and by using the book and by using your experience in the workshop, you should be able to make an educated guess. Good luck.